Hey, what's up? What's going on? Today we are talking about a few essential things. The first things that I did when I started modeling out here in New York City, and maybe some of the first things you should do as well.
No, I'm on the way, all in. I'm on the way, all in.
So one of the first things that I did, and I can't stress this enough, is literally got a tripod and started shooting. Nobody is in your corner like you are, so be your own best fan. And in doing this, you really allow yourself to like find your angles, your lighting, your good side, your bad side, all these nuances, and you get to experiment with a lot of poses. And all this is just going to help you out in the long run. And I think this really flows into my next point, which is finding a photographer. And I think it's really big because you should find somebody with like the same style or same look that you're going for. And then you can really start to like look at some of their work and find inspiration from that. And then you can start collaborating with them more because now you both have the same idea of what you're both looking for. And with that being said, you should also be looking for your own style because I don't know how important something like that is, especially when you're in a competitive market, especially like New York City, when there's so many other creatives trying to push the boundary as well. And when finding your own style, I think the biggest thing is to just make sure you're not copying or just mimicking what you see online or people that you like. It's great to take inspiration from them and then put your own twist on it, but don't just cut and paste and think that it's going to fit you and your style or what you want to do because that's not really how that works all the time. And plus, when you're putting your own twist and flair on things, it just shows your personality, which makes you more appealing to like brands or agencies or whatever that you're trying to do. And speaking of brands and agencies, please, and I cannot stress this enough, please always maintain a level of professionalism. No matter if you're just starting out or if you've been in the game for a long time, it's always going to pay off. Because I don't know how many times I've been in a situation where I've been thrown something that's completely ridiculous and I just maintain my level of professionalism and it just comes across making my image look good and it kind of puts it back in their court where they're just kind of like doing a self reevaluation about what they said or did. One of the biggest things about being professional is it just makes you come across as likable and somebody that you would want to work with. Because let's think about it. If you want to work with somebody and they're always late or they always forget something or whatever, you don't want to work with them that much anymore because you always know there's always some sort of caveat that comes with working with them. And I promise you, no matter what level you're working at, professionalism doesn't go unnoticed by the people you're working with. And as you're going about your journey of becoming a model, it is super crucial to like document your progress. You should definitely be documenting your shoots and experiences that you go on, like putting them in some sort of portfolio. But also, you can be creating content for them as well because this is going to just help you look better in front of brands and agencies and things like that. And above all, it really helps establish your image and personality through an online profile. Next, engage, engage, engage. Like talk to the people that you're working with, either like on a set or the people at the casting you're going to, or whatever it may be. Because literally, always, I swear, like always, whenever I'm talking with somebody at these places, it always ends up paying off in the back end with maybe another gig coming through or something like that. So just engage with the people around you. People love being spoken to, and normally everybody has a story they want to talk about. And this really also opens up potential for a lot of collaborations and potential opportunities that can come in the future. And you shouldn't forget when you're going to these things or doing whatever your jobs you're doing to make sure you're networking. Of course, this goes with engaging, but a lot of people will just talk to talk, and you should really be also like thinking about what you're trying to do with yourself. Like try and speak to these people who are working the back end of these shoots or these castings or whatever because they talk to the producers and things like that as well. And they're like, oh, I really like working with so and so. I really like their professionalism. They seem like they have a great personality, blah, blah, blah. And it's just little things like that go a really long way in this industry. And this next one, I feel like I really shouldn't have to stress as much, but take care of yourself. Like personal care should be like at the top of your list, especially if you're trying to be a model. Like your face, your hands, your body are what you make your money off of. So I don't understand why you wouldn't want to put the money into yourself. Like please go above and beyond, get those care essentials, get that gym membership, make sure you're eating healthy because all of this really does play a factor in the long run and how you're feeling, making sure you're not getting burnt out because a lot of these days, sometimes your call time at 7 a.m. and you might leave at 8 p.m. Like you don't want your career to end in a short few years just because you've gotten burnt out from doing too much. So these are just a few of the first things that I did when becoming a model. And this is a very exciting journey to embark on. And I'm sure if you take some of the things that I've said today, you'll have a solid foundation to start your career on. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I have a lot more modeling and fashion content coming in the future. Also, just some overall culture New York, good stuff. So stay tuned. Peace.
Man, I'm on my way.